Welcome back to Olympus Critics. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a like for the algorithm that does help the channel grow. These are my thoughts of Smile 2, directed by Parker Finn. He did a phenomenal job with this sequel. This sequel did not disappoint. What we got, Naomi Scott was fantastic in this film as Sky Riley, the pop star that was a recovering addict. She was traumatized from a car accident as well, from losing her boyfriend. And this movie starts right where it left off from the first one with Joel, who witnessed Rose, our main character from the last film, off herself because of this entity, and he ended up getting infected with the entity. And I was glad that he did not just bypass this. He went right into it. And we remember when Rose got the information how to get rid of this thing off of her was from Robert Talley. And he will play a factor in my theory at the end of this video. He gave her the information how he got it, what he had to do to get it off of him, even though he went bonkers when he found out she was infected with the thing in the first film. And she couldn't do it in the first film. She couldn't take that man's life. So we saw the outcome of that. Joel was Joel said, "No, I got to get this thing off me, man." So he did something resourceful, in my opinion. He chose a criminal, and he was going to put it on that criminal. Didn't have a problem with that method what Joel was implementing. He chose a criminal who took out an innocent family, but it backfired because he ended up taking the guy out. And then Lewis, he was there, and you hear him apologizing to him. It wasn't meant for him. You see the hurt in Joel's eyes. It was meant for this monster that he said took out a family. And Joel gets into a gunfight with some of these other members of this drug dealer or gang member, whoever he was, and he ends up getting hit by a truck, and that's it for Joel. Man, I was like, dang, he almost made it. And it just boom. So we know who this Lewis dude is. He's affiliated with Sky. She gets her drugs from him because he's still recovering from a lot of stuff from the traumas of the accident with her boyfriend and being a recovering addict, and still taking some of the stuff. And you see, when I first saw that Lewis was an addict himself, I was like, this thing is about to tear them up so easily. Drug addicts with this entity. I knew it was going to be easy for this thing. I do think that this thing is getting stronger with each person it infects. It's just getting stronger and stronger, especially what we saw in this film. Like, she was literally in a jujutsu. If you've been watching anime, you would know what that means. Like, when you literally find out what part where it probably just shut her brain off and it had full control of her body, I'm like, it put her in the genjutsu. Like, she literally did not know what was reality. I mean, you got characters like Morris and Gemma. You were thinking they was actually a part of this story. They were not. This thing had full control, and I think that's because she's an addict that's recovering, that's traumatized. It just made it more easier for this thing to take over, and I just think it does get powerful with each person it passes on to. It does its job, then boom, it's more stronger. But you have a person like Sky Riley, who just, to me, had a weak mind, unlike our first two people like Joel, who was a cop, and Rose, who was a therapist. I just thought they had a more mental toughness to withstand it for a little bit longer, to fight it. I just didn't. We saw this, like, Sky just did not have that mental toughness. I just think her mind was just too broken. When she she was already struggling. That's why she went to see Lewis. And when she got infected with this thing, that was just barbecue chicken for this entity. And it just chose the wrong person. And I mean the wrong person as in this person has so much influence. She has so much influence, more than Joel and Rose. She's a pop star. And then when you find out the conclusion to this film, that this thing took full advantage of her star power and infected thousands of people, I agree with what people were saying in other reviews and other TikToks that I saw. This reminded me of what's going to happen in the third film. This is going to be similar to Bird Box. This is going to be a post-apocalyptic event happening with this entity infecting so many people. And now with my theory is Robert, you can bring back the Robert Talley character, played by Rob Morgan, who I think is a good actor. You can center this next film around him because he was the only one. I think he was the only one that actually was able to finesse this thing and get it off of him. So you can bring him in. He has the information how to get this thing off. It's not a permanent solution, of course. It's just to get it off you. And it's so many people that's infected. They don't know what they're up against. They don't know. He is the only one as of right now that knows what this thing is, what it's capable of, and what you need to do to get it off of you. There's no permanent solution to destroy this thing, but to me, he has to be involved in the third movie. He has to. I could be wrong. We'll see what Parker Flynn does, but I think he should be the main character of the next film. This is a reason to bring him out of the prison that he is locked up in, and get the information that they need, whoever is going to be the other character with him. Where Parker Flynn has done a phenomenal job with these two movies. This movie was better than the first one. I definitely recommend you go watch it if you haven't seen it. Hope I didn't. Well, I definitely spoiled a lot. But he's going to get a bigger budget. First movie was 17 million. This movie was 28 million. I'm expecting it. If this is going to be like a world event type movie, I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to bump it up to 50 million the next film. I mean, it's made profit. 110 million is what I think I heard. So if they do a $50 million budget and it makes twice as much as that, probably about 200. I think 150 or 200 is still a profit. But they're definitely going to have to up the budget if they're going worldwide. This is worldwide with what happened at that end, towards that end. But post comments, man. Let me know what you guys think about this movie. It was some parts that made me laugh. The little girl when she was signing the autographs. The little girl when she came up, smile. I did chuckle at that. So this movie was definitely entertaining. I recommend you go see it. What are your thoughts? What did I miss? What did you think you missed that I probably acknowledged to you? And let me know what I missed. And say that in the comment section. I appreciate you guys joining me on these videos. I really do. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'll get you guys later.